Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a few DC updates to round out the week for you as we head into the weekend. By the way, I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and are full as heck, just like I am. But before we get into the headlines, I want to thank the newest members of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Thank you so much to Zack, P, and Amparo. I think I'm saying that right. But you'll probably let me know in the comments down below, which I'll read on air if you're a member. So every video at the end of all the topics, I will head into the Ping Pong Flix members' questions and comments. All right, now let's get on with the show. The first topic of the day is apparently there's some lost Superman designs by the Samurai Jack artist. This is coming from his Instagram himself, and I think I'm saying his name right, Gendy Tartakovsky. I totally butchered that, but he said this. Here's something different. Once upon a time, I was asked to do some Superman short cartoons, and well, as sometimes these things go, it went away. But here are some never before seen drawings. Hashtag Superman. And it does look cool. I mean, maybe at that time, they probably like wasn't cool or something like that. But I don't know what year this was when he did this. I would totally love to see this Superman cartoon. Anything Superman at this point, and I actually quite dig these designs in itself. What could it have been? Were they like shorts as in Samurai Jack? I think that would actually be a fantastic, if it's possible, maybe we can actually get some people wanting and championing this, but I would love to see a Samurai Jack type series, but with Superman. Imagine that concept. I would think it would be pretty damn cool. In fact, maybe they can do something where Superman goes into the future, with the Legions or something. I know they had that kind of cartoon, but a grittier version, perhaps, maybe something along the lines like Samurai Jack. I would totally love to see what this Superman cartoon would have been. Stylistic. There's nothing wrong with that. This is the multiverse. There's so many different versions of this character. We might as well see some different versions of him and maybe some grittier versions of him as well. And, come on, honestly, it's more Superman. A Superman animated series we haven't had in a long time. And I think we're due for another addition to the lore. All right, now the next thing I want to talk about is the movies. Okay, so this is coming from Luis Fernando. The third movie confirmed to be at CCXP Worlds is The Suicide Squad, which will be in the big Warner Media panel that includes Tom and Jerry, Wonder Woman 1984, and many others to be announced very soon. James Gunn promised he'd prepare something for Brazil, and he is keeping his word. Now, I don't know what he's going to be bringing there. Luis didn't know either. But I would imagine, because we already got the behind-the-scenes trailer, that over at DC Fandom, it didn't really tell you much about the story, just what all the physical effects and how the casts are great with each other and things like that, but nothing about the story. It wasn't an actual trailer. It was just a behind-the-scenes featurette, if you will. So I would imagine as we get closer to the release next year, and that Warner Media is saying that CCXP, especially Brazil, is probably one of their main stages for DC products right now, that they will intend, or James Gunn would intend, to have a story trailer over there, and an actual trailer for the film. At least then we'll know what type of, the tone, and we already know the tone, but actual footage of the movie as through the camera, the story, the characters interacting within the film, not just a behind the scenes. I would imagine that would be the direction that he want to go into and show us for the Suicide Squad. We need a little bit more hype for it, as everything else is kind of just pushing it away, if you will. I mean, we're talking about Black Hannah, we're talking about all these other movies past the Suicide Squad, but the Suicide Squad is pretty much done filming at this point. And we, aside from rumors and speculations and discussions, next to almost nothing about this movie, official confirmations of the story in any case. So I would definitely be looking forward to CCXP Worlds if Suicide Squad would show an actual trailer for that. So that's headed to Brazil. Like I said, CCXP is going to be pretty big, and I'm hoping there's more to that. We got Wonder Woman 1984. We got the Suicide Squad. We'll probably get like Matt Reeves, the Batman. I think. And, I think that would probably be the next thing on the table for CCXP Worlds. Now we're talking about the Batman a little bit, and I'm trying to spin it off to the next subject here. But this is regards to the Flash. George Clooney addresses if he's returning as Batman for the Flash film. Now, there was speculation discussion that there was going to be multiple Batmans within this, and they put out that George Clooney, Christian Bale, Val Kilmer, because Michael Keaton is coming back and Ben Affleck's coming back. The best guess people could think is that why don't we throw the other Batman characters in? Well, according to George Clooney, he had certain words to say about Michael Keaton's reprisal, and he is also going to reprise his role in the Flash. The star who has said Keaton's reprisal said this: he would be fantastic. Has now been asked whether he himself would join his fellow Batman veterans in the Flash. Speaking to Empire magazine, Clooney replied, and he laughed. It's funny. You'll notice they didn't call me. Somehow I didn't get that call. They did not ask for my nipples. He added, listen, there are certain things you never know. This one I know. And he laughed. So there you have it. He's not expected to be in the Flash movie. He recently admitted that he was terrible in Batman Robin. Batman Robin is a terrible film. So it doesn't look like in any time soon he wants to even be back in the suit or even be anywhere near that. He's trying to get everybody to forget about it at this point. And Batman Robin is getting a little bit of a cult status, as even though it's one of the worst or even the worst Batman film. A lot of people are starting to, I think, like it for what it is. And honestly, I still kind of enjoy it for what it is. But George Clooney is not coming back as Batman for The Flash. But that doesn't rule out other people that may come back as The Flash and for the Flash movie as their superhero role. And one of those characters is Lynda Carter, is apparently in talks to reprise her role as Wonder Woman in The Flash. This is coming from the Vulcan Reporter. Actress Lynda Carter is currently in negotiations to possibly reprise her role as Wonder Woman in the upcoming Flash film. Just as how Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton will be reprising their Batman roles, Lynda Carter is in talks to reprise her role as Wonder Woman in the upcoming Flash film. With the Flashpoint comics serving as the source material for this adaptation, this inclusion would make sense. However, it is currently unclear if Carter's character will be from a different universe or from a different timeline. Although Carter's Wonder Woman being from a different universe seems likely given the inclusion of Michael Keaton's Batman, who is from the Tim Burton's two-film universe. Multi-hyphenate actress, singer, songwriter, and model Lynda Carter is best known as the star of this 1970s live-action Wonder Woman television series in the role of Diana Prince, also known as Wonder Woman. The show's first season aired on ABC and is set in the 1940s during World War II. The second and third seasons aired in CBS and are set in the 1970s. And the title changed to The New Adventures of Wonder Woman, and a complete change of cast other than Lynda Carter and Wagner. Wagner's character was changed to Steve Trevor Jr., the son of his original character. So if you remember, in September, that producer Barbara Muschietti revealed the film would include multiple superheroes and reset the DCEU. Filming is expected to begin in March 2021 in London for a scheduled release date of November 4th, 2022. So I think this is exciting, and this just makes sense. And Vulcan Reporter is pretty good. They're really good at getting all those Titans scoops and stuff. So this may be one of them. And I'm not surprised. Lynda Carter is going to be in the Wonder Woman 1984 movie as well. She has been in the CW. She plays the President /Alien in Supergirl series and things like that. So it's not like she's just sitting on the sideline and not being in a comic book film. She's definitely could reprise her role as her Wonder Woman character for the Flash movie, especially when we're talking about different multiple universes, things like that. I had a video that went out that there was rumor that Nicolas Cage was in talks to reprise or actually be this Tim Burton Superman in the Flash movie. That's exciting. And it just makes sense that there's all these other characters. We could even have Brandon Routh come back as Superman as well. There was rumors talk about that as well. And now Lynda Carter. So it makes a lot of sense. If we're going to have multiple Batmans, possible multiple Supermans, we're just going to need multiple Wonder Woman, just like Gal Gadot being rumored to reprise her role as Wonder Woman in the Flash movie as well. So I'm getting really excited for this film. It's gonna be something, quite something, to see all these characters together. And what I can probably say, this is going to be DC's version of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It will be kind of doing the same thing, a multiverse of characters, of maybe multiple Flash, maybe even Grant Gustin will show up, multiple superheroes. And I think they're going to really have fun with this one. They're going to show you all these different timelines and universes, and either get at your nostalgia or bring in characters and make making you appreciate them a lot more. And I think this is going to be one of those exciting movies that's going to come out. I don't know how much of these characters are actually being presented in the film alongside the actual storyline. I think it's going to be very minimal cameos, small roles as best, because I think they're still going to try to keep it a pretty Flash-centric film, as Andy Muschietti had once said. And I think that's going to be the route they're going to take it. But all in all, if they're able to cram all these guys into the movie and make it make sense and actually makes us get excited and clap our hands and cheer as we see all these nostalgic heroes, that would be awesome. I think it would come a long way in bringing the future DC fans, current DCEU, and the past DC fans all together in this one gigantic Flash film. So Lynda Carter in talks to reprise her role as Wonder Woman. Next topic is just a reminder. There's still got that Autumn Snyder tribute fund. Zack Snyder posted today in honor, and I think it's her birthday. What a force, and look what you have inspired, he wrote here with a picture of Autumn Snyder. Here is the link to the Autumn Snyder tribute fund, so please go in the link down in the description below. It has gone up a significant bit from the halfway mark. It's now sitting at $28,833. Hopefully we get to that 50,000 real soon, and I think it's a great campaign, and it's a great thing to donate to this campaign. If everybody just put in at least $1, it can go a long way. Every dollar could save a life. So please donate if you can, or please at least share the link to someone you know. All right, now on to the Ping Pong Flix members' questions and comments. All right, here we go. The first one is from Geek Haven Jan 86. Chris, my deepest condolences for your loss. My heart is broken for you. This year clearly sucks. However, you still have the strength to continue on informing us DC geeks, and we all appreciate it. Well, thank you very much, Geek Haven. Now, on a lighter note, prepare thyself for thine tinfoil. What if it turns out that the tattooed cap teeth look for the Joker was not the original intention from David Ayer? What if it's in David's cut, Jared's Joker resembles the description for Zack Snyder's Justice League? That would clearly keep continuity and confirm that Jared is indeed playing the same Joker and not a doppelganger from the Snyderverse. Either way, it works for me. But if I'm going to be honest, if you haven't caught on by now, I'm a stickler for continuity. LOL. At least when it comes to the Snyderverse. Similarly, I really hope that the rumored Ben Affleck Batman show or movie will also be part of the Snyderverse, since it would be on HBO Max. So, I get you. And I think David Ayer really did intend the Joker to look like that, because he even explained about why he chose the tattoos and things like that. So I still think that's David Ayer's version of Joker. And I just got recently some, updates upon that, Zack Snyder's version of Joker indeed doesn't have any tattoos. And it could be that because of the additional photography, it's very short. They didn't have time to put it on those little things in there. Whether or not that means he's intending to connect to David Ayer's cut or not remains to be seen. But obviously, I think the thing we can get from it is that it's going to be different. It's going to not look like David Ayer's version of Joker at all, and it's going to be Zack Snyder's version of Joker, but still played by Jared Leto. So I'm really intrigued how that would connect, or if it will be explained how it connects, or how one goes into the next. We'll have to wait and see about that. Eric Blake, if I may plug my writing, Chris, I'm actively involved in a new indie comic scene. My first comic, Luminar, A noir detective story meets vampire gothic romance. I plugged it on Dave's show on Wednesday with a couple art pieces of and I think it trailed off here, but oh, that's interesting. Well, send me a link. I want to take a look at that. Hardboiled again. One thing I found rather interesting about Joss Whedon is how his writing used to be of famously good quality, but ever since after Avengers, it's gotten less and less good. For one, it's increasingly clear he's just going for goofball humor with less and less focus on character. It's as if he's just no longer cares anymore. He'll just do the humor he knows for, and that's pretty much it. I haven't seen much of Joss Whedon's work other than, a bunch of episodes for Buffy and things like that. And to me, that's just, basic, I guess, in writing. So I'm not real a fan of his work anyway. I didn't watch Firefly, for instance. So I can't comment on that. But Avengers it felt like a regular Marvel Disney movie. And that's it. I mean, I don't really have much comment other than I'm not a big fan in any case. Big Rooster, Chris, it's only the nightmare scenes Jared Leto did. It's easy to figure out why he doesn't have tattoos and gold teeth. Just think about it. I can't think about it. What is your suggestion, Big Rooster? I would love to see what your suggestion is about that. Brandon Hall, hey Chris, I've linked the books in this message. I believe I have them linked on Vero as well. There are first two in a 5-part series. The descriptions are within the links. Oh, okay, so this is Brandon Hall's books. If you guys want to take a look at it as well, you can go ahead and check out the links. It's in the video, the Joker video. Another note, I'm happy to see Warner Meir finally cleaning house with their corrupted elements being ejected, starting with Joss Whedon. I don't believe for a moment that Ray Fisher would put all he has on the line for the sake of a superficial grievance. It's so easy to be dismissive in today's social climate. Yeah, people get canceled all the time. Everyone wants proof to be laid bare ahead of results, or otherwise it didn't happen. Reality is far more complex than that. Whedon was still allowed a somewhat graceful exit, but that's okay. I understand optics. That all being said, I can't wait to see the true reveal of Joker. It all depends on the angle it was seen. Perhaps it was unfinished, and perhaps you were correct. The Snyderverse has become its own continuity, completely separate from everything. Exciting times. Thank you for your interest. And here is the links to his books down below. I will definitely check it out. Brandon Hall. But thank you for your comments. Danny Gray. But didn't Zack say he's still honoring what came before or something along these lines in regards to Joker? Maybe that scene in Suicide Squad that was cut was where we seen him half burnt from the helicopter crash. Maybe something else happens, disfigured him more, and essentially, and it cut off there. Okay, well, yeah. I don't know. Like I'm saying, I'm questioning why did they say it's nightmare version. I mean, I think it could still be a flashback. Like, what if it's just a flashback with him killing Robin, which explain why his teeth aren't capped and he has no tattoos? I would expect he got the tattoos and his capped teeth because Batman, beat him up after he killed Robin. So I'm not sure what you mean about that part in the half burnt from the helicopter crash. That's Suicide Squad, but I'm still questioning that. Maybe we'll see two versions of it. We'll see the nightmare version. We'll also see the one where prior to in the actual flashbacks, and if that's in the movie at all, I'm not sure. How Joker got his teeth back will be an enigma, as big as how Clark becomes back to life, where we saw him lying on a casket. Yeah, we'll wait and see. Bolovino me again. Sorry to hear about your grandma. Hope you had great moments with her. Well, thank you so much. And we did. We kind of missed her in Thanksgiving, and of course it's the first Thanksgiving without her. It's gonna be the first Christmas without her. So, and New Year's. So, it is what it is. But yeah, it's sad. It's definitely sad. The problem with the CW isn't the budget; it's the acting, the low expectation soap opera acting. Yeah, I mean it's true. That is true. It's very that much that way as well. Yes. There are some good moments, though. I want to say, as I'm watching through the CW, there are cringy moments, but then there are episodes that you're like, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. And there are moments where like, oh, that was a good episode. So it definitely depends who's writing it. It's not always the same writers. And so it depends on the episodes. but they can do good stuff. There are some supernatural stuff that are really good. There are other shows that are really good, and there are episodes within shows that most people kind of don't care for that are really good. So it really depends on that. So hopefully they don't stick the landing for Green Lantern and any of those other shows that are coming on by Greg Berlanti. But I'm hoping it's the good shows, the good episodes, culminating to one giant series, which is the Green Lantern series. So, Doobie, to the people that are confused, are you confused of how Joaquin Joker fits into the CW, fits into Gotham, fits into the DCU, fits into Reeves Batman? Or how Raimi's Spider-Man fits into Webb Spider-Man, fits into Ang Lee Hulk, fits into Fox X-Men, fits into Blade? If you answer no, why are you confused about upcoming projects? It needs to be just wait and see where each fits and relates. I'm sure you can figure out once it's all manifested. And I think this is in a response to, I think it was Brandon comment the other video about being confused about all these different continuities. Doobie, I'll just put this out there. Nightmare doesn't have to equal nightmare. Losing your adoptive son, a partner, could be described as nightmare-ish, and Bruce could be literally recalling as dream or flashback as well. But I don't necessarily believe that description, and you should have given a spoiler warning opt out for anyone not wanting to know what is that? P.S. Another possibility is Joker's disfigured, scarred, removing his face tats. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that would be spoiler. It's just a description, and it was put out, so it's not like I actually know a little bit more of what's going on, but I'm not going to tell you because it wasn't put out. But I'm reporting on it because it was out in the out in public. But yeah, and of course, I even said Joker's description, so you could have. I guess you could have just avoided the whole thing altogether. But anyway, he did say Nightmare 2, and I do know there is a Nightmare scene. And that's why I'm wondering which one are they talking about. So, but it's a very good speculation discussion of what's to come. Brandon Hayes, great discussion. I hope that we just get a Mad Max Road Warrior version of the Jared Leto Joker from David Ayer's Suicide Squad with long hair. I'm curious if he'll have a beard too. If yes, is Joker's facial hair green too? But at bare minimum, his tats and teeth needed to match that we saw in Suicide Squad for continuity's sake. I don't know. The whole concept of surviving Batman villains teaming with the surviving Justice Leaguers sounds very intriguing. It just means Darkseid and his forces from Apocalypse are a true threat. I like that. One of the things I hated about the Justice League theatrical cut was it never really felt like the League was in trouble. At times, it truly felt like we were looking at a PlayStation 4 video game cutscene animation instead of a big budget movie. In BVS, the Zod Corp's doomsday creature in some shots looked real. That's how threatening and scary looking the creature was. So I'm really interested in seeing reanimated, threatening Darkseid stepping with Desaad and a better portrayal of the parademons. For example, why are the parademons in the Nightmare Dream from BVS different from the shiny parademons in Justice League? Are there different kinds of parademons? There's artwork online of Batman finding a parademon hive and a video stunt rehearsal scene online of Ben Affleck's stunt double finding a parademon cocoon that hatches and fights. And we learn that parademons are actually repurposed humans. I hope we see that in the Snyder Cut. The idea that parademons are parasitic creatures sounds cool. It makes Darkseid seem very sinister and evil, and he's a force to be reckoned with. Can't wait to hear what Ray Porter sounds like at Darkseid and how he moves, walks, and talks. I'm just going to agree with all of you there. I'm just going to agree with all the parademons. I think we're going to get it, and I hope we do. They definitely are going to be force to be reckoned with, and there's all different types of variations of parademons. I think Zack Snyder responded at one point like there were different types of parademons, and we're going to see the Batman v Superman version of parademons. I think he said that. I'm going to have to clarify. Sickness, as a huge Green Lantern fan, and Hal Jordan being my favorite character, this whole Reynolds thing was annoying to begin with, but now it's getting ridiculous. From what I've noticed, majority of the people that want him aren't even Green Lantern fans. All the actual Lantern fans that I know and talk to don't want him back and didn't like his portrayal of Hal. So why are you guys pushing so hard for that when it's not even a character that you guys care deeply about? Seriously though, why? You guys should actually try asking Hal Jordan fans, or at least Green Lantern fans, if this is something we want before you start pushing this Reynolds thing all over again. it. It means something to us, just like Superman means something to you. We want it done right and taken seriously. Seeing if he can do better this time is not taking it seriously. You, Dave, Grace, aren't even huge Lantern fans. So why do you guys want this? And if it's not something you guys care deeply about? I'm saying this respectfully, of course. I'm not trying to be mean or rude about it. I just think you guys are being kind of inconsiderate about it. Anyway, sorry for the long ass rant and stuff. Just wishing you guys put a little more thought and care into being before continuing with Reynolds things all over again. Oh, no problem. Yeah, by the way, I'm not pushing anything. It's just being reported out there. There's a difference. I could be pushing for a release of Snyder Cut. I'm not pushing for Hal Jordan as I don't really care who becomes Hal Jordan. It's just that it's being reported by people that are in the know and actually have sources and are connected to the Snyder camp. So what I am doing is reporting that Ryan Reynolds was in talks to being in Hal Jordan. And the last video was that Daniel RPK, who also has connection in the industry, is saying that Ryan Reynolds wants to come back, wants to be in Justice League 2. He didn't really say Green Lantern, but he says he wants to be in Justice League 2. So you may be mistakenly confusing me reporting that Ryan Reynolds wants to be Hal Jordan in Justice League than pushing. I'm not pushing anything. This channel is reporting what's happening out there and what's being discussed, what's being speculated. So that's up to you. You don't have to believe it. You can push anybody you want. I'm just reporting to you what is being said. But thank you so much for your comments and questions, Sickness. Sorry for your loss, Chris. You could have taken the day or a week off. No one would have blamed you, but you made a new video anyway. So I'm very grateful for your dedication to this fandom, and I hope that you and your family are okay. Also, with regards to the nightmare version of Joker, maybe the description really is of Joker and Robin, and Bruce is having a literal nightmare, similar to the one from BVS where he saw the scary man bat while visiting his parents' graves. This would make the most sense because it allows Zack to use the Joker character without having to worry about Joker's overall presence throughout the film. Plus, Leto could have filmed 2 scenes, Nightmare and Nightmare. I like that. So that's why I said, I just responded that they could have been confused, and it was actually the flashback to when Robin got killed, and things like that. Like literally, I think the picture that I almost got to see was going to be black and white, so I wouldn't have known what color the hair was and everything like that if I actually got to see it. But yeah, so I'm still excited to see what Joker looks like. Amparo, my condolences for your loss. Well, thank you so much. Couldn't Ryan Reynolds be playing another super anti-hero in jail too? Yeah. So when I looked back at it, it says Ryan Reynolds wants to be in Justice League 2. And because Justice League Snyder Cut was so popular, it's such a big deal that everybody wants to be in the Snyder Cut. It maybe, so yeah, he could just be Ryan Reynolds. He could literally be selling Mint Mobile in Justice League if he could, but he apparently wants to be in the Snyder Cut somehow. Whether that's Green Lantern or not, I'm not sure. Maybe Joker has a spare denture. That's good. That's good, man. That's good. Brazil and Uruguay have HBO Max. Oh, okay. I hope it can be watched there. Oh, okay. So Brazil has HBO Max now? I thought they didn't, but that's cool. That's great. I'm glad those countries have HBO Max. That's true. That's cool. Sincerely sorry for your loss, Chris. Well, thank you so much, Carlos. What up, Chris? We got you, bro. Your kindness and positivity infectious. That's why I jumped at the chance to be a member. Your first regular member, actually, because Krypton Cage doesn't count as a regular sub and fan. He's a little buff. Anyways, best wishes, thought for you and your family. I'm so sorry for your loss. I hope you and your family have a good Thanksgiving. Well, thank you. Appreciate it, Sickness. We made the best of it, and just told stories of grandma. So I thought that was it was something. David Charrington, if this is true, then Suicide Squad is now another universe that's very similar to the Snyderverse and in no way connected. Multiverse, baby. If it's true about its description of Joker and it took place in the nightmare scene, there's no other option left. I think the Snyderverse should be his own and not connected to anything outside of it. How do you feel about that? Oh, I think you're talking about David Ayer's. Like, I still think... I really think it's connected somehow. I mean, I'm still at loss. That's why I put the question out there. It's like, wait a minute, is there? And it could still be connected. It's just that aesthetically not the same, kind of like how James Wan's, Aquaman. It's a different look to Aquaman, yeah, but he got the new suit later, right? He could still have gotten that suit, and it's still kind of connected in a way, just like Wonder Woman, right? So I'm thinking it could be that type of thing where they're the same actor. Yes, that probably happened, but just aesthetic, just looking, it just looks different, right? Or something has never happened, or things like that. So it's like it's not totally like the same in terms of design, but it could still be connected. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm saying it right, but essentially, I still think it's not entirely another universe. It's just that the same things happen, but maybe they don't look aesthetically the same as how Zack Snyder envisioned it, and if that makes any sense at all. And that okay, that was the last comment on those videos. So, but yeah, all right. Thank you so much for putting in your comments and questions. Like I said, every video, every new daily show, and only on a daily show, not the editorials and stuff like that, or live chat, I will read your comments and questions on air and respond accordingly. So I may just put a heart on it, and maybe a little comment to check out the actual response. But yeah, basically, if you see a heart on your comment question, check out the next video. I should have a response on air. Makes it a lot longer, but I do enjoy going over topics that you want to talk about as well. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of DC content and movies, shows, and video games, please click the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time.